There you go.
Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia. Welcome to our live video series. We are doing something a little bit different today. We got 6 million views on YouTube, and we're going to talk a little bit about the path that we took to get there. So in the next couple minutes here, I'm just going to quickly jump across. Oh, I have to get my screen going here. I'm going to refresh my page so I can see your comments as well. And we're going to talk about some of the fun that we've had getting here. I'm going to share some stories of Tim and I doing crazy things. And let me just get my comments up here. And let's see if I have to watch an ad. I have to watch an ad first. Let me just mute my computer. It is. All right, some of the regulars are here, so perfect. Leroy's here, Mike Hendricks here, Humberto's here. All right. So I am looking to the left here at the screen that I normally show to you guys, and that's kind of my viewfinder to see if I'm there. I have some notes in front of me. We're going to have some fun, but those of you that are joining us for the very first time, we go live to YouTube every single day or every single weekday at 2 o'clock. And we usually talk about the Kia product, and we go in depth, and if you have a suggestion of something you want to see, we'll do that for you. We'll put it up online, and we'll go through the car. Even if you can't join us live, you can, of course, watch it on the replay. That's what we're doing, but we're going to share some fun stories. So there's some balloons behind me, and no matter what I do, I can't get them to face the right way on camera. But the deal is I get balloons every million views, so we'll talk about that in a second here, as soon as we get to around the 3-minute mark. And but yeah, we have some fun. We do that. So I've got some balloons, and basically what I want to share is what's going on since I started here until now, because there's some fun stories. A lot of you ask me. I get people reaching out from other dealerships that ask me. I get people reaching out on YouTube, and I get customers asking me some of the stories. So where's the pizza? I'm here for the pizza. Yeah, no kidding. There should be pizza. So I'm going to read some of your comments here. I'm going to share some of my stories, and like I said, we're just going to wait for that 3-minute mark, which ironically I'm going to have to peek around the camera there to see what time it is on the camera. So maybe somebody can let me know when we reach the 3-minute mark in the comments. That'll probably be an easier way. The speakers are not right. Can you hear me though? Because I haven't got my earbuds in. I think this is going to be clearer, but do we not have any sound? Let's find out. All right, you guys can tell me what you're seeing and not seeing. So, can you hear me? Yes, okay, you can hear me. Yeah, speakers are different. You only get balloons, you should at least get a bonus in your paycheck. So the deal was, I'll tell you how the balloon thing started right around the 3-minute mark. All right, let me just see over here. We're at 2:41, okay, 15 seconds or so, and we will start at the 3-minute mark. Is Albert around? Yeah, I was kind of hoping Albert would be around. We got a lot of regulars on, so I totally understand that I'm not going to have a lot of regular viewers other than the regulars here, but I just think this will be fun. So, all right, we got the 3-minute mark. Let me peek around here again one more time. All right, we are at the 3-minute mark. So, those of you joining us, our live audience has joined us. I don't expect a lot of views here, and that's kind of the point of this video. We've never chased views here. But we did reach 6 million views on YouTube. That's why there's a balloon behind me that will not face the right way. So the deal is, when I got to the first 1 million views, we had a little helium tank out back, and what I used to do is I'd steal a balloon, and I would fill it up with helium, and it was terrible helium. It would last like maybe half a day. And I would write 1 million views, and 2 million views, and 3 and 4 and 5, well, 3 and 4 million views. At 5 million views, Tim decided they should buy me some balloons, and at 6 million views, actually this isn't even bought by, it hasn't even been bought by my boss. It was actually bought by one of my coworkers. So James, one of our sales guys, bought this. So we just sort of celebrate with balloons. It's kind of like a birthday. So we have some fun. But Tim decided that today I should tell you some of the stories of how this all came to be. Maybe 6 million views isn't super impressive to you. Where's Teddy? We'll get Teddy later. Teddy should be next to me. Went behind the camera and the sound got better. Oh, you know what? It's using the wrong camera. Oh, the wrong microphone. Interesting. Okay, so that's something I should have thought about. Let me try something. Let me see if this works. I'll be right back. All right, let's see if I put my earphones in. You guys can tell me if this will work better. I don't know if it will jump on afterwards, but we'll see if this works. So, can somebody let me know if this is a better sound? Yes, it's a better sound, or no, no difference, or I can't hear you. Just waiting for the comments to come in here. Perfect. Okay, so we've got sound. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so basically Tim decided I should tell the stories that kind of got us here. because some of it is an interesting story, and maybe it's not a big deal to you, and that's okay. You don't have to watch this, but some of my regulars may want to know. Perfect, sounds better. So when I first started here, I was living out of town. We had kids that were approaching school age, and we didn't want to live where we were living. So we decided we need to move to a town. So I took a job in town. I happened to work at another dealership in town. I had been doing marketing and social media stuff and a whole bunch of stuff, and it was a lot of freelance work. But I thought, okay, I'll get a bricks and mortar type job. And I started a job at another dealership in town, and I hated it. It just wasn't a good fit for me. Had a boss that was later no longer there, shall we say. It wasn't working out. So, long story short, I had heard of Pat here, who's the owner, and I was told to reach out to him, and I did. And he met me sort of as a social thing. He didn't realize it was an interview, but I did. So the day that he agreed to meet with me was actually it was Blue Jay Day at the other dealership. So that means we had to wear Blue Jay shirts, and the only Blue Jay shirt I had, Toronto Blue Jays, the only Blue Jay shirt I had was a t-shirt. So I was wearing a t-shirt and jeans. So I came in here knowing that I was having an interview with him, and he didn't know that I was having an interview with him. And I pitched him on the idea of doing video and using it effectively, and some of the things that we could do. And he essentially hired me on the spot. He made me come back a week later to meet the management team, but he eventually hired me on the spot, which was kind of fun. So don't interview in a t-shirt and jeans, especially when your boss doesn't know you're interviewing. But it worked out for me. So because of the making video aspect of things was not a money making thing for him, he threw me into the service department as well, and I worked there. Didn't enjoy it that much, but I worked in the service department. I did parts. I was shipping and receiving here for a while. We did all kinds of things. But I believed in what we were going to do, and I believed that it was going to be effective, and we did that. So I worked there. We moved into doing more video, but it was always a battle of trying to balance my different jobs. And so Kia Canada did some training, and they encouraged us to do video, and they were giving examples of other videos. And at that point, we had a few videos that had reached 20,000 views, and we were pretty impressed with ourselves. That was like a big deal. And Kia Canada was giving examples of, ooh, look at this dealer. They hit 4,000 views, and they hit 3,000 views. And we were like, man, we hit like 20,000 views in a couple of videos. And so that kind of like stuck with me. It was something I want to remember. And again, we weren't chasing views. I had a theory of how I wanted to do this. I could have chased views by doing crazy things, jumping cars off cliffs, and that would have got more views. But I had this idea of we can sell cars through video if we do a good job. So that's kind of where it started. And then we went off to a consultant came in. So this is a bit of a funny story. So we pay for these consultants to come in and critique us, and the consultant came in, and he basically told us that he wanted me to do my video job in the way he thought it should happen. And I didn't agree with him at all, and I got very upset with him. And we joke about it to this day, but I was very, very firm with him that I was not going to do what he wanted me to do. And I verbally, loudly exchanged my thoughts. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. He's like, well, this is what dealer principals want. And I said, well, then dealer principals are wrong. And it was like, it's like telling the Pope that he's not Catholic. It was a bad thing to do. So anyways, so that kind of happened. But it was very important for me to do things the way that I thought they should be done and not that way. And then it was kind of cool because Google hosts these conferences for dealers, and they host conferences for the whole automotive industry and for dealers. And one of the ones I was able to go to, and in part because you guys gave me enough views that I was viewed important. So I was able to go to a conference with Google, and they talked about hiring people that were maybe outside the industry, that maybe people didn't think like industry people, and did things a little differently. And I was sitting next to my boss kind of thinking, man, you should hire a guy like me. Even though he'd already hired me. So that was kind of a funny thing. And I remember thinking to myself, man, it'd be really, really cool if I could like speak at like one of these events or be a piece of one of these events. And running full circle to today, I've actually been asked to do a little bit of something for Google when they present to dealers from now on. So I'm going to, of course, with COVID times, I'm going to film it in here, but I'll be a part of that. I get to speak that. So that's kind of a cool thing that happened. Where things really changed, and it's actually the reason we chose the car behind us, is when the Kia Stinger launched, because of course Kia was an economy brand. They were an up and coming quality brand. They had better styling, but then they launched this car. And what was cool for me is it was in November when this car showed up, and it showed up in the morning. I only knew
what I knew from the spec sheet about it. But I wanted to get a video up on it right away. So by that afternoon, I filmed a video and put it up the same day, and it did well. It got, I think, 30 or 40,000 views fairly quickly, which was cool. But what happened then is where things really started to change. Is Kia Motors USA. We're working with a marketing company. They got in touch with me. They liked what I was doing, and they asked me if I would come to LA to do a professional film shoot. So they still, I believe, are up on Kia Motors USA YouTube page. A couple videos that we did with them, and it kind of gave me some encouragement, like, "Hey, we like what you're doing. You're on the right track here with what you're doing." So, fun fact: our videos outperformed those videos, and I understand why. I'm not sure if Kia Motors America understands why. I know what we're doing well, and I see what they're doing not as well. But yeah, so our Stinger videos, got their attention, which was pretty cool. And then we took the Stinger to the, or we got to, I got invited by Kia Canada to go to the racetrack where the Kia Stinger was running all day with a bunch of, high performance cars and exotic cars. And Garth from here and him and I went down. We got invited to go down and to do some video that day. So we just made some silly videos, not very good ones, but we did well again on that. And Kia Canada had hired a professional photographer to film the day and do things, and our videos again outperformed their videos. And of course, Tim, you guys have all met Tim if you've watched some of my videos. We got to go out in February of that year, following February, I guess. We got to go out with Kia Canada executives. Now, I went to the auto show as a VIP thing. I got invited there, and again, purely due to you guys watching my videos. So that was kind of a cool night for me. And Kia, so Tim and Pat went out with the president of Kia Canada. They talked about a variety of things. And of course, Tim started nudging them, saying, "Hey, did you notice that our videos are doing better than your videos, specifically the Kia and the racetrack and that kind of thing?" So I pretty sure Kia marketing now hates me because Tim threw them under the bus. So Kia Canada, not my fault. It's Tim's fault. Anyway, so we did some things that were working, and we knew that we were outperforming organically their videos. So we had some fun with that. And I've been out because of your videos, because you guys watch my videos. I've been able to go out for lunch with the president of Kia Canada not that long ago, but well, actually maybe about a year ago. It's probably pre-COVID for sure. So some of those things were pretty cool. And the VIP at the auto show was pretty cool because I've been going to the auto show since 1988. I'm 41 years old, so you can do the math on that. I was like 7 years old when I went to the auto show the first time. And it was always the coolest thing to see these cars that were award-winning cars. And here I was, I have a picture of me holding the trophy for the Kia Stinger being the Canadian Car of the Year. So for like a little kid who was just a car nerd growing up, it was like the coolest thing in the world that there I am with the car of the year at the auto show at a VIP night. Everybody else is in tuxes and I'm in a suit because, I don't wear a tux really. Anyways, but it was really cool. And then we ended up winning. Kia Canada gave us Dealer of the Year. So we won Kia Dealer of the Year in part because of what I do here and also because of a lot of other things that we do right here. We'll talk about that. We won the Platinum Prestige Award. I don't know if you guys ever noticed in the back here. I don't know if you can see, behind the balloons over there, there's a award that's always in the back there, and that is an award called the Platinum Prestige Award, and that places us as a top 3 percentile Kia dealer in the world. So all of us here, I mean, I have this much to do with that, but all of us here do a really good job, and that's how we won that award, which is pretty cool. So all these things kind of cascaded, and we started getting millions of views and that kind of thing. So it was fun. So then we got to do fun stuff. We always battle with Kia Canada, and a very friendly battle. But we are just a dealer to them. We are not the media. We are not other things. We're just another dealer. And we always try to get vehicles before they become available, because it would be great if we could just film something and launch it when they want us to. And that's kind of the standard in the automotive industry now. Is if you're a media channel, you get access to a vehicle early, and then there's an embargo and you can't release your video until a certain day. Well, we have yet to be able to do that. We have asked for that a whole bunch of times, and even 6 million views in, we can never get access to a vehicle before it shows up at the dealership, because we're just a dealer, and I guess they don't want to give us any advantage over another dealer. Even though I've sold lots of cars for around the country. If you're in Vancouver right now, Applewood Kia, I'm sending a customer your way right now. But even so, I still can't get vehicles. So we decided to go to the Detroit Auto Show. So Tim and I, who get along quite well. Got up early one morning, went down. We're chatting the whole way down to Detroit. It's about probably 3 hour drive, 2 3 hour drive to get to Detroit. And we got to the border, and we were in a pickup truck that had just come in on trade. And Tim likes driving pickup trucks, and we drove down there. And we get to the border, and the next thing we know is the border guard, where are you going? What are you doing? Auto show, that kind of thing. Okay, sounds good. And he slams his door shut. He's like, yeah, hold on. Okay, opens the door. Gentlemen, can you turn off the vehicle? So Tim and I are like, okay. So we turn off the vehicle. And he looks at me. He's like, Peter, you ever had any trouble crossing before? Oh, I don't think I've had any trouble crossing before. I was just over like a month ago to the States. So, anyways, things go on, and now we're getting surrounded by about like 7 or 8 armed guards, hands on the guns. And we're going, this is not good. So, Tim and I got taken out of the truck to the sort of compound area, and we had to get questioned because apparently someone with the same name as me is a quote very bad dude. So that was Tim's first experience with international travel with me, and he's decided he's never ever going to travel with me ever again. We did eventually get out of there. One of the jokes I said to Tim after I had been cleared is, "Hey, did we ever get that vehicle detailed? Because as you know, sometimes cannabis laws are a little bit looser, shall we say, in here than they are in the United States, and sometimes people leave their things in the car." So I was a little concerned that we were going to get stopped at the border. And after I got cleared, we realized they were still searching the vehicle. So I had to make sure. But Tim, luckily, whoever traded that vehicle had not left anything behind. That was a problem. So anyway, so Tim was very unsure of me at that point. We went to Detroit Auto Show. We got to take video of the Telluride. Some of those videos are up. We got to do some cool things. And again, part of the reason I'm telling these stories is like all of this happens because you guys watch our videos, and I sincerely appreciate you guys doing that. From that last year at this day, I went with Pat, our owner, the owner of the dealership. We went to California to go to the LA Auto Show because, again, we were begging Kia, is there any way we can take a look at the Seltos, do anything with the Seltos? The Seltos hadn't been announced yet, and they had promised us the car. They said, sure, we'll let you take a look at the car, we'll do a video. And then they kind of reneged on it. Not going to hold it against you, Kia Canada, but you did say we could have it, and then you said no. So Pat was heading out that way anyway. So next thing you know, I got to go to California on like 3 days' notice. We sort of packed up and went. Which Pat Hart is the dealer. He does not camp at all. He goes to nice hotels because that's what you do when you own a dealership. I like to camp, so I always joke that I get to go, camping with the Harts is pretty good, and it was. We stayed in LA, right outside the American Music Awards, and sort of saw some of that going on. We got to go to the LA Auto Show. We did learned about the Seltos, saw some things like the Stinger. First time we saw it in orange was out there. So it was a pretty cool day. Then we ended up going to Vegas because Pat had some meetings in Las Vegas, and I got to go see the Grand Canyon. And again, all of this happens because you guys view our channel. So a lot of cool things have gone on. And then, of course, this year hit. So that was November last year, and this year really hit. And we didn't know what was going to happen. COVID hit. Dealerships in town closed outright. Like they just closed down for a month or so. We were able to stay open, and we had this room here, which we were building as a delivery bay / video bay, picture bay. And that's when we started live videos. And yeah, my boss should give me a big raise, says Steve Curtis. Yeah. Anyway, so we built this bay, and we decided to use this during COVID because we weren't allowed to do anything outside. Essentially, if we were in the building, we were okay. So we had Wi-Fi in here, and we had to sell cars online. And we'll talk about how part of what I did here is work with people online and what we do. We were able to transition to an online dealership overnight. And we use this bay to show people cars, and we did live videos, and that's what we're doing now, and why we still do it every day because it became a crucial part of what we do. So it's kind of cool the way this has all come about, and 6 million views. And again, 6 million views maybe isn't all that impressive to you, um, but yeah, it was just a cool journey to get here. And one of the things that we did well, again, this is for the people asking me, how do we do? Because there's a lot of dealerships now that are asking me what we do. And we started out just talking to our customers, and that's all it was. It was never about trying to be a YouTube personality or trying to get a lot of views. It was always just about answering questions and being helpful to our local customers. Send it out there, put it on YouTube because YouTube makes the most sense. And the reason we used YouTube is because YouTube is a search engine. So I wanted to catch people as they're searching for cars, not just social media, which is, Facebook, you can place an ad kind of thing, but YouTube, you can is a search engine, the second largest search engine in the world. So we were able to put a lot of content out there as people were searching for cars. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is we do an excellent job of turning views into sales. And we've never done that better than with our EVs. So when the Kia Niro first came out, we sold more Kia Niros than anyone else in the country. And this is before there was a government rebate, before we had pricing for the car, and before the car had launched. We sold more than anybody else in the country combined. And it was all through our video stuff. So we knew that we could reach people, and we've always been focused on video. And what's cool is that your interest in those videos drives what we do here. So we were able to prove interest and then train our sales team. So by the time people came into our dealership about these cars, we had them well trained, and we get sales still because other dealerships don't know enough about the cars and people feel comfortable coming to us. And if you're interested in EV, you should buy from us. Absolutely. It's just simpler. Our EV customers will tell you if you're servicing it, service with us. There's a lot of issues. I get phone calls about, oh, I bought elsewhere and this is what they said, and it was incorrect information, or I bought elsewhere and I'm servicing there now and they don't know what they're doing the same way I feel like you guys do. And we did. So we were able to train our staff because we understand. I talk to more Kia owners in a day than the average salesperson does in a week. People who have the cars and have questions about future cars and that kind of thing. So in the comment section, so that's been cool. So that's one thing we do well. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. My only other plan today is talk about what my favorite Kias are and finish with the absolute best things about working at Brantford Kia. Some of the coolest things that have gone on is I have a quote here that I actually got from, I have friends, I guess, at Google. Let me just go over to take my mouse over. There we go. And the Google people said, I said, tell me what you say to people because it's kind of a cool thing. And Google says about our YouTube channel that I'm allowed to say, people at Google have described our channel as one of the best examples of a dealer channel in North America. That's what they tell people all the time, they say, and they use us as an example to other dealers. So there are dealers with more channels or with more views out there, probably. I mean, I'm sure there are. But it's been cool to sort of be really good at turning views into sales. And that's why we do these long form videos. Everybody tells us we have to do 3-minute videos, and everybody else does 3-minute videos, and it's great. The salespeople are happy, they send it to the thing, and that's great. But these long form videos, even though they're annoying to you, maybe if you're not shopping for a car, we find they're very effective. And we hope that it's a good way to do stuff. So Pat says, yeah, let's hear that. I think he's talking about the best things about Brantford Kia. So one of the things I get asked all the time is, what is my favorite Kia? That has changed over the time. As some of you know, I used to own 2 Kia Rondos. We owned one before I worked here, one after I worked here. That was a great car for practicality, ugly as could be. The early Rondos were just not pretty cars. I kind of liked the Niro when it came out because I'm a big fan of efficiency. I have a family of 4, and that kind of fits our family. It's got the roof racks. I like being outdoors and that kind of thing. So that became a favorite car, but I didn't love the styling. The Forte came out. I came out really quite like the new Forte. Obviously, the Stinger is everyone's favorite car to drive. I don't know if I would own the Stinger myself because my speed days are behind me, and I kind of feel like if I want something really fast, I get a motorcycle. But that is absolutely a fun car. I really like the K5. I think the K5 is like a perfect mix of an all-wheel drive vehicle, great interior, good value. The wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is where we're headed. I haven't seen the new Sorento. I think it's going to be nice as well. I really like the Seltos. I like smaller vehicles. It's efficient, and it's really good. So those are kind of 2 of my favorites right now. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to scroll through, see if there's any questions here. Let me just get my mouse back to the page if I can find it. There we go. A couple compliments. That's pretty cool. Teddy Bear, yeah, we'll get Teddy Bear out here. Teddy Bear, of course, we used to. Teddy Bear deserves credit. Teddy Bear is more popular on YouTube than I am. He absolutely is. That's about all the stories I got. Yeah, okay. So if anybody has any questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up with my favorite things about Brantford Kia. It's because of your tutorials I bought my Sportage. Yeah, so there we go. We hear that kind of thing a lot. People like us. It's the only thing that my biggest frustration with this is when somebody's in like, near here and they buy at their own dealer. It's like, my boss pays me so that we can get you to buy here. And I really do encourage you, if you're anywhere in Ontario, to buy from us. I want to talk about Brantford Kia. First of all, best things at Brantford Kia. Pat Hart. This is a guy, he's the owner of the dealership. He hired me in a t-shirt and jeans because he believed in me, gave me a chance. And I don't think he gets enough credit for it, but he left me alone to do my stuff. I think a lot of people would intervene and try to get what they want. He's trusted me to do what I think works, and I was able to prove myself. Like I said, I had a argument with one of his consultants. And this is what dealer principals want, and I'm like, the dealer principals are wrong. And I was able to, do different things and make a difference. And I mean, a couple little things that's pretty cool in town when you search used Ford in Brantford. There's two Ford dealers in Brantford, but we have the top videos. So we've been able to do that, and that's all because they've just trusted me to build this thing over time. And I did say it was going to take some time. So he is an amazing owner. He takes care of his employees. He cares about us, and that really matters. So that's a cool thing. The other thing is we're encouraged to not just kind of be average around here. We're encouraged to be world class. So the ability to try to chase after being a top, the top of our job, not just here, but top, outside of here. So they're very good about allowing the employees here to just chase after being the best. They encourage you, they get you to be better, they train us well, they allow us to do training. I've been able to go all over, North America chasing these cars around because they're encouraging us to be the best of what we are. So, I mean, like who flies somebody to LA? That's like completely across the continent. But we knew that would help us with my job. And if people can help me with my job, they do around here. Sales team, service team, everybody, they're awesome that way. So listen to customers and sell them what they need, and you succeed. Yeah, exactly. Um, okay, that's a different comment there. But yeah, so they are awesome. The people here are awesome. The desire to be the best, the desire to take care of people, take care of customers is the big thing. And really, that's why we do these videos. It was never about, like I said, chasing views, trying to be flashy. Crashing cars would get a lot more views than just, the 6 million views we have. But to be able to educate people, to learn about the product, the way that Brantford Kia allows us to do that, allows us to challenge the status quo is one of the best things about working here. And the people are great as well. All right. Let me just see a couple questions here. Well, I was looking, Brantford Kia would have been the only dealership I would seriously consider, even though a few Kia dealerships are closer. Yeah, so we have a few people that have shopped here, even though there's closer dealerships. And I mean, if you tell them that you came because of this video, I will make sure they take care of you top notch. If you came from somewhere else, I appreciate that. So that's how I get paid. I get paid because we sell cars, and that matters. It means a lot to me when you come from somewhere else, and I will make sure you get taken care of. About my Kia Soul X line in Puerto Rico after watching me. So Puerto Rico owes me a referral check. That's what I think. I live in the States. Watch your videos. Fantastic videos. So here's the thing. People always ask me like, oh, but your videos reach the States and you can't possibly, you have too many views in the States and you can't possibly use that. Well, what I appreciate about our American viewers is I find out what they're interested in. So I'm able to tell our sales team, hey, this is what people seem to be interested in about this car. This is what people seem to not understand about safety features or technology features. This is what people are asking me. And you guys are a huge help to me to learning about the cars. I know more about the cars just because you guys are asking questions. And that's a huge advantage of people who aren't able to buy from us, but still interact with us. So that's been fun. So I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say. I have a whole bunch more plans here. 6 million is not where we're stopping. I hope you appreciate our balloons. Anybody who buys a car who quotes this video, if you buy a car from us today, you can get $6 off. I negotiated that for you. That's about all I can do. But yeah, it's been kind of fun. Tim encouraged me to share some of the stories of how we got here. So that's what we did. New Jersey watches me. Yeah, I've had a call from a New Jersey dealer that was really impressed and he wanted me to come go there. And I said, no, thanks. New Jersey's great, but I like where I live. So I'm going to stay here. Yeah, so I really appreciate all of you watching. I get that this video won't have a lot of views, but Tim encouraged me to share some of the stories that we've had. So if you want to see more of these type of things, we'll do them again sometime. But that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be live at 2 o'clock again. I'm still looking for your suggestions. If there's a vehicle you want to see, just let me know in the comments and we will do that. My originality pays off, and besides being a great professional, I appreciate that. Watching from Victoria, BC, we had somebody that I referred to them as well today. So if you guys want to reach me on Instagram, that's one thing I have is at Peter_Brantford_Kia. That's one way to reach me. And the thing in Instagram is I always put what we're doing on YouTube. I put it on Instagram in the morning. So if you can't see the video, you could ask me a question on Instagram and I'll make sure I answer it in the video. And then if you want to watch it later in the day, we can do that. So that's it. I think we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you again tomorrow.